180. Move. Three down. Let's go, fellas.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Tight down. There you go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He finds Robinson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
I'm coming for you, son.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Watch QB drop. Under 10. 10. 25. Check 25. Out. Red.
They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
I smell fear in that offense. Get him.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Say. Alert.
Now Trubisky to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Red, go. Mike spot 4. Here we go, night. Bravo. Here we go, check him up. Check the call.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
23 yards on the play.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, down at the 31. Operating from the gun, Beck. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
I got you.
McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, switch gears. Check 13.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. On 4th down, Beck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, and the Bears will get the football back. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Check the out, check the out, check the out. Alert, alert, alert. Check. Blue. Check.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, Keith. Here I come.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, back, and he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
What we got? What we got? What we got? 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch the alert. Alert. It's been a long day for you. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Check. Crunch. Hey, watch this. Move. Sponge. Red, go.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shift. Joker. Red, up.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
180. 59. I'm trying to collect.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 31-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Time to go. Night.
Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Jim. Check 18. Check. Quick edge. Go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Pass. Motion. Mike spot 4. Ran. Watch the screen. Alert. Check.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Going to throw deep for the end. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Panthers take over
Let's go,
first and 10
let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 13. His throw incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Beck. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
First down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
First down, Panthers.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Beck. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back into 32. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Beck. Forced out to his left. He's going to let this. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now that's something of a pick-me-up, for the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Alert.
On second down, it's Cohen, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Lock in. 54. Mike, 54. Bound to lose one. Check 37.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go, defense. 18. Here we go.
54 is Mike. 54.
Hey, exit.
Watch 54.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Mike's 5-4.
Now it's Trubisky. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Ball. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, Haywood.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Allen Robinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As the Bears push further out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Bears 28, Panthers 3. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, back. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
To throw again. Beck. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Chance. 22, Jet, Bubba. Yeah, 22.
Operating from the gun. Beck, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter at Lambeau. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers leading the charge offensively. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the 2nd half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
On 1st down, Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Trubisky now over 200 yards already in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Hey, Delta.
All day, dog.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm cutting.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, as the 1st half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bears 31, Panthers 3. Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Panthers take
Let's go!
over
Let's
first
go!
and 10
Let's go!
at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, back. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to... And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Looking to throw. Back. And this is caught. He hits more. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Set, ready. To Pittsburgh. Mike 5-4. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Wright's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
You can't block me.
Now a run with McCaffrey. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's 2nd and 8. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Operating from the gun. Beck gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
180. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Go, go, go.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Squish, double. Lock in.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Back in the 1st quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the 1st quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch the edge. Watch.
Hey, 18.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 21-yard line.
Stop! 180!
Mike's 5-4.
Stay with your man.
Check 52.
7 consonants, 1 vowel. Here's Juszczyk. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
I'm coming after you. Check 50. Check 50.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Red, tough. Hey, check 24.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with fourth down coming up. Now McManus will line up for the field goal.
A 29-yard attempt.
McManus able to put it through, and they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Panthers take over at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. Back to throw. Beck, flush to his right. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Stop! 180!
Mike's 5-4.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Win the rep, let's go, right here.
Hey, alert.
54.
Hey, orbit.
54. Record.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
They go play action with Trubisky. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
Incomplete. He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. All day, just like that, just like that. Mike's 54.
Mike. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Alert, 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 alert. All right, let's get there. He's trapped.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that?
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
Let's go next.
54.
10, touchdown.
54, Mike. It's going to be a long...
61. Match box. Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Beck, quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Gotta do better.
From the gun, Beck. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete.
It leads to second and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
You got nothing with that. You got nothing.
Throwing again. Beck. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Beck. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
First down, a run with Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 49-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Beck. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
18 on the play. First down, Panthers.
first down. Beck eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Being chased out left. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Back to throw. Beck. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11. At their 48-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Go, go, go.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 3.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking to throw. Beck escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Get off the train. tracks.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get the extra week to think.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto.